What's up guys, SkittleRampage here. So what eBay just did recently could have made Funko Pop collecting a lot easier. So let's check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video and happy Friday. It's finally the weekend and we can finally relax a little. Now today we're going to be talking about something a little interesting that eBay recently did, and that all revolves around fake Funko Pops. And this does lead into the question of the day for this video, and that is, how do you guys feel about fake Funko Pops? Would you buy a fake Funko Pop just because it's a little cheaper than spending that, $100 to $200 on the original Grail? Are you completely against fake Funko Pops? Let me know how you guys feel about them. Okay, so as mentioned before, eBay has been making some pretty big business moves lately. One of their more recent things was acquiring 3PM Solutions. Now to give you a short-term explanation of what 3PM Solution does is that they basically monitor marketplaces for potential fraud. And why this is a great acquisition for eBay is the fact that eBay is one of the biggest marketplaces that has counterfeit Funko Pops. Now I don't know if you remember this, but last year eBay actually partnered with Funko and invested a lump sum of money into them. And with that deal, eBay basically wanted to become Funko's official secondary market. And obviously when you partner with a collectible company like this, you don't exactly want a bunch of their counterfeit items being sold on your website. And believe me, if you've never shopped on eBay for Funko Pops, it is plagued with fake ones. It is honestly so bad that even big grails are actually affected by those fake sales, and it does tank down their value from time to time. Something interesting I was reading about 3PM was they can actually scan millions of listings a day. And obviously that is a lot of listings, so that does heighten our chances of eBay being able to remove these fraudulent sellers and these counterfeit items. Now unfortunately, I do feel like they are going to have a really hard time figuring out initially how they're going to tell the difference between a real Funko Pop and a fake Funko Pop, because unless you're an actual person looking at it, usually it's really hard to tell, and I don't know if the AI bot can actually figure that out. Because while an AI can scan millions of listings a day, I would prefer quality over quantity, if you guys get what I'm saying, because like an actual person can look at the individual listing and be like, oh, okay, that's fake. But then if you have this AI bot scanning millions, there's a very good chance that they could miss something. Then again, I don't know much about AI technology, so it's very possible it could be more beneficial or less beneficial. We're just gonna have to see. I just feel like a veteran collector, somebody who's been collecting for years on end, would be better than an actual bot. That's just my opinion though. Overall, I think this is a really great move by eBay, and I think it's going to introduce a lot more sellers who are very hesitant of their platform, in terms of Funko Pops at least. There's a ton of other collectible items out there, but mostly Funko Pops here. I know a lot of people are swayed away from eBay due to the counterfeit items, so this is a very good chance for them to get a lot of new buyers. Because places like Pop Price Guide and the Funko app, where they track our collection value, they pull all their data from eBay sales listings. And with eBay trying to remove counterfeit items and counterfeit sales, this is a big thing for future Funko Pop value. Now, something I'm curious about is, have you ever bought a fake Funko Pop, whether it was from eBay, Facebook, another collector, and maybe didn't know? Drop a comment down below. Personally, to me, I've never really understood why certain people prefer to buy the fake versions of like grails. Like, I understand it's very expensive, but you're gonna run into that in any collectible hobby. You're gonna have your expensive items and you're gonna have your basically cheap items. Like, I understand that some people can't afford every single grail, especially if there's only one version of the character, like L, for example. He's like a $200 Funko Pop, and if there's a lot of L fans, I understand that the $30 version is obviously significantly cheaper, and if that's all you can afford, I understand that. But at the same time, I absolutely love the aspect of maybe saving up to the point of being able to afford that big grail. I would rather save and get that grail later versus buying a $30 fake version of it, because I just don't want my collection to be riddled with fake Funko Pops. Now, you could argue that technically I do own custom Funko Pops, which technically are not real, but I feel like that's a little bit different because there's a lot more creativity that goes into custom Funko Pops versus someone just reproducing a figure of a company that's already out there and trying to scam people intentionally. I personally just wouldn't want to add on to all those fake Funko Pop sales out there, because the people selling these are intentionally going out there and scamming people and trying to make it look like the real thing. And I absolutely hate seeing a collector spend their hard-earned money just to find out something is fake later on. Now, by no means do I want to come off as judging you guys for spending $30 versus $250, because obviously everybody can't just afford to spend hundreds of dollars on grails. We have bills to pay, we have groceries to buy, etc., etc. My point in saying all this is that I don't want to fuel the fire more, because they'll just continue to keep scamming people. Now, I'd like to think that we as collectors do a pretty decent job for this community of helping people authenticate items, whether it's like a Facebook group or whether it's an Instagram page specifically or a little collectors group that you have on Discord. I like to think that we do a good enough job of helping a majority majority of people with all the guides out there, all the videos content creators make, and everything like that, of helping people being able to authenticate their Funko Pops. But at the same time, I feel like all these big companies who have the money to actually invest in things like these AI bots to be able to scan these listings to get rid of these counterfeit items, they really should be stepping up more and more to be able to get rid of this big ongoing problem. So my final thoughts on this whole situation is that I think eBay's doing a really great thing here, and I really hope other big companies like Amazon, Facebook Marketplace, and more follow suit, because even on all those other platforms, a lot of fake stuff is sold. Now, I do want to let you guys know that this is most likely going to take a lot of time to fully go into effect. There's a lot of money involved in this, and this is just not going to be one of those overnight fixes. But at the same time, it's still a really great thing that they're trying to do. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts and opinions on the whole thing. To end off this video, I do want to say a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys absolutely rock for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. We also have a Facebook group with over 16,000 members that buy, sell, and trade. And make sure to be following me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page to stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.